Number 2 for the day. Deuces.
Deuces for the day.
That's funny. So we were talking about a little bit some of the back and forth of you, me, and David, and how it's like tough to get a word in edgewise sometimes. And I was saying I just go for it because I've been on like radio before and I've been on podcasts before.
Yeah,
and I'm just like,
in.
I see it happen. I see the like gap about to happen, and I like pounce.
Yeah, I will say it was easier when we were live in person in David's basement in our studio,
for sure.
recording studio, because it was easier to get in because you could see each other and be like, I want to say something. But on this, it's like it's just harder. And hey, I'm the third co-host. I'm the third man in, and I know my role. Like I can't be in. I won't try to jump over each of y'all all the time.
Tim, you're our stats guy, okay? And that cannot be underestimated, underappreciated here. All right. You're our guy who knows things about things. We just make shit up as we go.
I love all the making shit.
I know. People, I mean, that's our bread and butter, but like you're like the spice.
Do you know there's people out there that hear it and probably latch on and start spouting the wrong things we say?
Oh yeah, they're just like, yeah, I heard this on this podcast. We're like, we just made that shit up.
Completely. But hey, I gotta say, we did do a good job. Our first time having to host State of Atlanta by ourselves. We collaborated. We put effort in. We did all the things David does.
We should put in some of this effort when he's here.
We should do those things we actually agreed to. Well, you didn't agree to, but I agreed to do when he asked me way long ago. I mean, we do try it here and there, right? We'll funnel some topics to him.
Yeah.
But I do remember him signing me up and me agreeing to talking about other sports.
He does other sports all the time.
And he does other sports because he knows I didn't do it. I should up the ante. Actually, you know what? I'll take over starting May 20th for other sports, and I think we'll be good. Yep.
I just want to say, though, you didn't really do other sports this time either. You did part of it.
Just a smidge. We didn't really talk about what's upcoming, except for I talked about our favorite topic, Sandy Panthers.
Yeah, that's right. We
should all go to the Sandy Panthers this week.
I know. We keep talking about that. We do need to figure it out. I don't know what the season looks like, though. You, me, and David need to.
Sandy
he had some trouble last month, I think, meeting up outside of this. But we need to meet up and do some strategic planning for the fan club. And figure out like what we want to put our effort into and start doing some of that stuff. I have more time now because the LP hates me. So,
whew. But hey, LP might hate you, but Joe Exotic loves you.
Joe Exotic, well,
he hearted you. He loves you.
Well,
don't get that confused.
So he's running for president. He announced he's running for president from prison, and he is seeking the nomination from the Libertarian Party. And our chair decided to go on the record for some reason, talking about how that's not going to happen and how like we don't want him and stuff. And I don't know the exact quotes and stuff, but I just think it's, whatever you think about Joe Exotic, I think it's like way out of line to comment like that as a chair of an organization, because you don't get to pick, right? Delegates at the convention get to pick. So I just think it's like really, and I commented, I was like, look, I don't see any world where I would vote for you as a delegate at the convention, but also the chair cannot stop you, because he posted something that was saying like, I thought they believed in freedom. I don't have the freedom to run. And I'm like, no, you absolutely do, because the chair doesn't get to tell you if you can run or not, and you get to run. And so I'm not going to vote for you, but like, welcome to the running.
I mean, as crazy as America is, when we love crazy things, why not, Joe Exotic?
Why not? And for 2020, we had Vermin Supreme with a boot on his head, man. We were, he gets to run. We didn't elect him, right? We did not nominate him, but we have an open process. We say that the like elite don't get to pick our candidate. And I think that is better, but that does mean that we're going to get a candidate with a boot on his head, or like Joe Exotic sometimes. And like, the thing is, I don't know why our chair said anything. Ignore the fucking guy. Ignore him.
Or votes.
Just ignore him.
Joe Exotic or the guy with the boot on his head.
So Vermin Supreme, I met him
Yeah.
He came to Georgia. He debated at our presidential debate. We had certain criteria that you had to meet to be in the debate, and it was very limited. It was like literally, have you filed yet? Really,
That's
I
it.
mean, it was like, did you make a filing? Then like, yeah, you're in. And he showed up, and what he does is he's a character, right? So he knows he's playing a character. He's very open about the fact that he's playing a character, and when he takes his boot off, he is very reasonable and gives really well thought out answers. He's a really smart guy, and I really like him. I really loved hanging out with him, and I really love what he's doing. I don't want him to run for president, but I like him. I like the guy. I think he's great.
All right. I mean, Tiger King just makes me think of the pandemic because that's literally when it came out, right? We all binge watched that, and I'm pretty sure we all think Carol Baskin's a murderer. But anyway, besides that,
well, I thought he's alive, right? I thought he like ran away. I thought we knew that now, that he like was in Central America or something.
Is he? I didn't know that. I think
so.
I've not followed it that closely.
I think he just like dipped out. He was like, Carol Baskins is not.
I'm out. Well,
Sorry, my kid is bouncing around down here.
Oh, okay.
I'm trying to teach her not to get in front of the camera because she's also butt ass naked.
Probably a good thing. Yeah.
Yep.
So I think I give us props for this episode, right? We did a great job. I don't want to pat ourselves on the back.
I was especially good.
Much.
I'm just gonna say I was especially great.
You were a great David host replacement. I liked being in the number 2 slot. That was nice.
Yeah, it's good.
Lots of shit everywhere.
That's weird. That's weird, man. It was normal, and then you made it weird.
I know. We had to say something weird in the podcast, right?
That's true.
That's typically our shtick.
That's
at
true.
Some point, we didn't get to one topic. So, college football news. They do this yearly ranking of all teams have to have football and basketball. So they rank all 133 teams. They call it hoops and helmets. Who had the best years, who had the worst years. Who didn't get to go to a bowl, didn't go to the NCAA tournament. That's no fun, right?
You don't say.
We're in the no fun category. We're near the bottom, clearly. So out of 133, we checked in at 127. And it did remind me that we went on a 4-1 mid-season run in football, but then lost the last 3. And I was like, damn, we were that close to being more than halfway decent.
Well, and the teams that we should have beat were solid teams. Like we should have beat
winnable
P5 games. We played
at least one of them,
and we should have won those. And
Carolina.
we're like a touchdown away from a couple touchdowns away from being a winning program that's getting a lot of kudos. Yeah.
We just think if you got the 2 P5 games, you'd be at 6 wins. And even if you lost the Sun Belt games towards the end, we'd had 6 wins, 2 against P5.
Yeah,
that would be the most Georgia State thing ever, which is what should have happened.
Right, but we would have been really like instead of being down on the program, we would have been like, yeah, but we won those P5 games. That's great. That's fucking awesome.
Yep. And then in basketball, I was reminded of our 10-21 record, 3-15 in the Sun Belt. But the big news there is we are not the worst team in the Sun Belt for the yearly rankings.
Oh, who is the worst?
So Arkansas State takes that spot. They were 3-9 in football, so just slightly worse than we were, and 13-20 in basketball, and they ranked them 14th in the conference. So silver lining, I guess. I just want to close the book on 2022, 2023 Georgia State sports. I mean,
I hope our coaches took a lot of notes and figured out what they needed, and they're going to plug a lot of holes, and that we're going to be better.
Just right. Don't do this again.
Yeah.
Underline.
Yeah. Whatever you did this year,
don't do it. Yeah.
Don't do it. You were wrong. You made bad decisions, and it's okay. Like we all do it sometimes. Just learn. I need you to learn from your mistakes, and get better.
Yeah.
That's the key. Any mistake that you make, as long as you learn from it, it's fine. I can forgive it all the time. Even at work, I do it at work all the time. People are like, they fuck up, and I'm just like, you know what?
Whatever.
You're gonna just don't fuck up the same way twice, and I'm cool.
Right. What if they do it twice? You get on them?
Then well, that doesn't happen very often. So
No
yeah, I
third
got a
time.
good team. I
Third
got a
time's
good
the
team.
charge. No, this is the third time the same thing. Wait, I can say
I'm also
fucking
not a
name.
people manager right now, so it's I don't have to deal with that. I just give feedback to my boss, who is the people manager. I'm a dotted line above people. Like I'm not
Nice.
really above people, but I'm a dotted line.
So you don't have to like hear all the problems and sort it all out. Your boss has to do all that.
Uh, the people stuff, yeah, yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's not so bad for me.
Not a bad spot to be. Not at all.
Nah.
I guess we can tell our fans. David is in the Great Myrtle Beach. Clearly, he did not listen to the program tonight. I'm very surprised. We thought for sure he'd be on at least one time commenting, but I didn't see any comments come through. Unless that's a setting.
There's comments. There's a comment right now. Carol
There's
Baskin.
comment. Carol Baskin's definitely killed her husband. Thank you, Becca. I agree.
Denver.
Well, it says Becca.
I know, but this is Denver. Carol Baskin definitely killed her husband.
I think so. I agree 100%.
I thought they found him. I really think they found him.
I'm not a fan that much to know. I learned more about Joe Exotic, though, in the links that you or David sent about him running for president than I ever wanted to know.
I don't think I sent any more links because I'm not into it. And like I said, the answer was to ignore the guy, but he's now like getting a bit of a foothold in the party because our chair decided to fucking comment. It just doesn't make any sense to me. It blows my mind. I'm like, guys, if you don't allow any air in the room, there's no air in the room.
Right.
They don't grow. They can't.
If you comment,
he's in fucking prison. He can't campaign.
Attention.
He can't do anything.
Anyway. I'd be curious how much fundraising he's done.
I'm sure he's probably pretty good. He's probably got people. You know, I mean, he fundraised for his Tiger stuff. I'm sure.
Didn't he had some really weird list of like supporters? I remember scrolling through for fun.
Oh, I bet it's real weird.
It's got a lot of porn stars on it.
Oh, nice. Good job.
Yeah. I don't see it anymore though. Did he remove it because he's trying to be like more?
I don't think so.
Official?
I don't think so. He ran for president a couple years ago. He actually ran for governor of Oklahoma under the Libertarian Party banner, and I believe that the party ended up kicking him out, like literally, legitimately doing it. Now that's hearsay. I heard that somewhere today. I did not go double check, but I'm pretty sure he got kicked out of the party in Oklahoma.
Do you think
he censored or something?
Do you think he has someone doing his website? Or do you think he's doing his website on his own from jail?
No, I think he probably pays somebody. He probably is raising money and paying somebody.
Yeah, I'm really disappointed. I was hoping to go to the link and find your name on it.
My name?
Yeah, he loves you.
No, he doesn't. He just liked my comment.
Oh.
And my comment was literally, I would probably, I said, I can't imagine, I didn't want to say I would never, because I don't like doing things like that, right? Like there are scenarios, I guess, that might have me voting for him. But I said, I can't imagine a scenario where I vote for you as a delegate. But this was stupid and he liked it. So
that's hilarious.
It's a big hubbub. I'm like, oh my God, my people are arguing with Joe Exotic. This is where I'm at right now. Fucking Christ.
And you're giving him attention. That's what he wants.
I know. They kicked me out for 5 minutes and they argue with Joe Exotic.
They kicked you out?
Can
somewhat. They do that?
Yeah, we don't have to get into it in last call, but yeah, they have definitely told me in so many words that they do not appreciate my presence in the party.
Ouch. That's not very inclusive.
Nope. You're right.
I don't like that.
You're right. I don't either. But I'm figuring it out. I'm figuring out where I am and how to navigate that sort of situation, which is just weird.
Yeah. So it's kind of funny that in the episode we were talking about your comment to Elliot that got him riled up, and
yeah,
I actually had forgotten we never won a game in a season. I thought we had one win, and I look back and I'm like, I had erased the fact that we were 0-12.
I know. No, I do that often. I'm like, man, did we really not win a single game? And then it was either the season before that or the season after that. We only had one win.
Right. I knew there was like a 6, 5, 3 or 2, 1, and I guess 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was definitely like a valley, and we hit the bottom, and then we came back up a little bit. Like it was a what a inverted
Bell
whatever.
curve? We had chances though. I was looking at the season. We lost to Arkansas State by 2, like overtime with Jacksonville State.
Yeah, there's always. I mean,
touchdown against Troy. I mean,
life of a Georgia State fan, man. We're always like 2 touchdowns away from like a phenomenal season. It's so stupid.
We just need to get one of those,
but we never get them. That's the thing. The ball always bounces the wrong fucking way, and it's just so frustrating sometimes.
Yeah.
You can only say that so often before you're like, man, maybe it's us.
It's not us. It's just the luck of the draw.
I'm sticking
to that.
Be closer to 50-50.
I know. Maybe it is us. I hope not.
I think there has been a culture issue, and things that you need, the intangibles, fan engagement and things like that have affected. So like where we would normally be 50-50 if we had all the same stuff as the other programs, we were more like 30-70 because fans weren't there, or little things like that actually have affected the program in a negative way, and we have to work on all those little things, and we're not.
Yeah.
So
fans definitely help. I mean, you can't deny it. Like, I don't think they're the end all be all, but they help in certain situations when you're playing an opponent.
I think we play better away. I don't have our away record, but I feel like we play better away. We always play more competitive games away.
More fans cheering against us. We should start
the
cheering
environment though is different. Yeah, exactly. Sure. Yeah. I think so. I think they just get pumped up with the fans at other programs. And it's even if it's negative for them, I feel like it still pumps them up, and they play at a different level.
Maybe it's an us against the world mentality when they're away and all the fans are cheering against them. I don't know. I mean, you did see in 2020 that season, like who is the real deal as far as you're playing in a sterile, quiet environment. You have to perform. Like the fandom. Don't get me wrong. The cardboard cutouts were nice and a novelty, but they didn't impact the players at all.
Yeah.
Like that was just raw player versus player, team versus team. Who had the better team? But I do know fans make a lot.
We make a difference. I mean, Seattle is a big example of that. Like people talk about the Seattle experience and how that stadium has been built to maximize what the fans' impact is by creating like noise on the field, right? I mean, they like literally built it to create more noise on the field, and I think Texas A&M is also very famous for having their like 12th man, right?
They are.
I really was disappointed in Alabama, honest to God. But
sterile. I think they feel like they're an NFL team.
And when they play us, it's like, who cares? I feel like they get hyped for like Auburn, but they don't get hyped for us, which makes sense. Like I'm not dissing that. Like that makes sense to me. But I heard a lot of pom pom swishing that game, which was weird to me. It was like everything was quiet except for they were like swishing their pom poms. I was like, this is weird.
It was a nice stadium. I'll give them that though. It had this like royal feel to it.
Well, and they had the 4 big giant screens on every corner, man. That shit was
giant screens. The lighting was just, even the lights look good. Like I get it. They have more money than anyone. I'm kind of enjoying the fact that they did not get in the college football playoff this past year.
Yeah, me too.
It must have destroyed their fan base, but
they didn't deserve it though. It was insane. If they would have got let in, that would have been like that would have been terrible, right? Like they didn't even win their division.
No.
So it's like, come on, man. Like, there has to be some kind of rule here where, like, if you can't even win your division in your conference, like, to go to the national championship would be nuts.
Right.
So,
Exactly.
yeah.
Any updates? I know we briefly chatted about this event that's coming up sometime in the April-ish month at the wine bar.
Did we talk about? Oh, so
We
yeah,
could talk about that.
I don't know the updates on that. So I mean, David is smoking some meats and pairing them with wines, and it looks to be a cool event. He sent me the location, and I was Google mapping it, and
Mhm.
it looks like kids can go, and there's like a big field out front, and it looks like a good time. I'm gonna bring Izzy, and I don't know. I expect to drink some good wine and eat some delicious barbecue. David's really good at barbecue.
I know. He is.
And he's not afraid to cheat.
What do you mean cheat? How's he cheat?
I mean, he does like a beef tenderloin. That's you started with like the meat that is what people like the most. So what are you gonna do? I mean, brisket. He's right. Brisket is a piece of shit meat. It's terrible if you cook it some other way. But if you cook it low and slow all fucking day and all fucking night, it's delicious. But it is a pretty shit piece of meat, and you gotta like give it some tender love and care to make it good.
I'm more of a pulled pork. Like I didn't
Ooh.
really have growing up in South Florida outside of what was it called? Sonny's Barbecue.
Sonny's is a chain, man.
It is, but there was really not a whole lot of barbecue down in South
Yeah.
Florida.
No, I'm sorry.
So when I moved to Georgia, I was like, oh man, barbecue is huge. And like I got to go all these barbecue places, had really good barbecue. But for some reason I started with pulled pork, and that's kind of where I judged each place I went to. I was
No,
like,
us, me too, and me and Dave talk about this a lot. The first time you go to a barbecue place, you
no
get some pulled
sauce.
pork.
No sauce first.
I think you get some sauce because I think the sauce makes a difference, and a lot of people. I think the problem is with pulled pork, if you fuck it up, you're not very good, right?
Yeah.
But like anyone can make a good pulled pork, and like if that's the baseline, right? It just has to be like moist and well seasoned and like pretty good. So yeah, you might take a bite without sauce. I do want to know about your sauce. I want to learn about it, right?
Oh, sure.
I want to try that. The cool thing about Atlanta to me is that we don't have an Atlanta style barbecue. So people aren't like Atlanta or Georgia or whatever, but we're like a mecca. People come here from all over.
All styles, right?
From all over. Yeah, we do St. Louis, we do South Carolina, we do North Carolina, we do Texas, we do I think that's it. I think those are the barbecue styles. Tennessee, I don't know. But we just they all come in and do their styles, and like you can go all over. The best one of the better barbecue places in Atlanta is up on Powers Ferry. I forget what the place is called, but it's a Korean family that has figured out how to do barbecue, and they've like put their Korean spices into it, and it's fucking delicious. I forget what it's called.
I just had it.
Everyone loves it though, man, and it's always packed, man. But we just get these like cool, crazy ideas, and we get these like we're like a metropolis. What'd you say?
Heirloom barbecue.
Heirloom, so yeah, good. That's right.
I haven't been there in a long time, but
it's good.
I wonder if I know they changed. Like I remember going there. You like, there's no seating. I mean, we used to go there for lunch when I worked up at Perimeter, and we would get there and try to figure out how to get 6 of us sitting in that restaurant.
How to even park?
We luckily went early to get there, like to get parking. But I know like Cobb County got on their case because of how popular it was, I think. I feel like they moved to pickup only.
Oh shit, that's terrible.
I know, because I actually like trying to find how to sit there and eat. But man, everything from that place was fantastic.
Because they would use like some different spices that like we don't normally put on barbecue, and I think it really works. I think it was just delicious.
Their sides were always fantastic. Like,
everything there was good, man. Is good. I don't know. I've only been there a couple times because it's a little out of the way for me. I mean, it's way up there. I only went there when I worked up there.
Yeah, so. That's one of my favorites. I like
Daddy D's.
Daddy D's was good.
They got the little pork, pulled pork. I forget what they're called. Like little poppers. They're little pizza. The little pizza things. They're wrapped in
With
dough.
barbecue?
What?
Is there like barbecue in them?
Yeah. It's like a God. What is the word I'm looking for? I'm drunk. The little pizza pocket things. The little
Hot Pockets?
no, but the little ones.
Pizza rolls.
Pizza rolls. They're like pizza rolls, but they're
With,
like
barbecue
stuffed with
inside?
pulled pork, with like fresh pulled pork. So they're making them in house. They're fucking good, man. But
pretty
Daddy
tasty.
D's, their barbecue sauce isn't very good.
I would agree.
Their spicy is better than their non-spicy, and their spicy isn't spicy at all.
Right.
So like I get the spicy, and I'm like, this is better, but it's not that great.
There's a new barbecue joint that opened up by me. The one was a chain, so I don't go there. But what's it called? It's where Slopes used to be. So Slopes actually left. I'm sure you knew where Slopes was, up here in the burbs. God, what was it called?
I try not to pay attention to you people.
QN2, McDaniel's QN2 opened. So that seemed
QN2, like
QN2.
the letter Q, the letter N, and the number 2.
It's got really high ratings for barbecue, but also Grand Champion barbecues up here, and Barbecue One. That's really good.
What is with these numbers?
I don't know.
Boop, barbecue.
I don't know, but I remember going to Barbecue One. That was a good spot to be at.
Was it number 1?
No. I mean, Heirloom, honestly, for me is number 1.
That's a lot of people are into it, man. And it's just, man, that's what's great, right? We don't have Atlanta style.
Community Q is good too, if it's still there over in Decatur area. I think, and
it's expensive.
People hate when I say this, but I don't think that whatchamacallit is all that. What is it called?
Witch Chapel?
No, I like Witch Chapel. It's expensive though.
It's expensive. Well,
it's good.
So like all barbecue is expensive at this point, which is stupid because the meat is usually cheap. That's the point. But Witch Chapel, I think they try to get too fancy. They have too many fancy restaurants. They had like chefs started, and they like try to do too much. And I'm just like, just give me some fucking meat on a plate, man. Like, I don't need your. I don't know. I mean, the brisket grilled cheese is delicious, but I'm like, just chill, you know? I don't need a kimchi fucking something on the side. Like, just chill.
Were you a fan of Fat Match Rib Shack? I didn't think it was very good when I went there.
I've never had it. I used
to live across the street from it, and I don't know. Everyone seems to love it, and I was like, all the other barbecue I've been introduced to, which is a lot in Georgia, I loved it better. Now, the one I was thinking of, I forgot it, that everyone loves. It's famous. Fox Brothers, man. I like their smoked wings. I like their smoked wings.
It's fine.
But outside of that, I would rather go to almost any other barbecue place.
It's like, it's fine. Yeah, it's not. People swear by it, and I'm like, what? It's fine. It's good because it's barbecue.
Smoked wings are good.
Delicious, and they do it fine.
Yeah.
But it's just fine.
Yep.
Anthony Bourdain did Fat Mats on his layover in Atlanta, which if you guys haven't seen Anthony Bourdain's layover in Atlanta, you should watch it. It's great. He goes to the Claremont Lounge with one of the Mother Chef guys, and it's great. They definitely do cocaine.
Doesn't he go to some like chef bar that's a secret something? I feel like I watched this.
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
So they definitely go to Fat Mats though, and he basically says, "Look, this isn't really barbecue. This is not barbecue. They do ribs, but this isn't like a barbecue joint." And what the way he describes it is the reason that I want to go there. He says, you know, when you're dating around, right? Like, yeah, you want the model, you want the woman who like, you know, brings home the bacon, does all this other. So he like lists out this woman, right? This wonderful woman.
Yeah.
And he said, and sometimes you just want a chick from the Bronx that has to take out her gum before she sucks your dick. And that's Fat
Mats.
And I was like, you know what? Like, yeah, no, I relate. Like, I understand. I heard it. You know, I was like, I understand what you're trying to say here. And I still never went. So obviously I didn't understand that much. But
I will say they do have live music, and that's kind of cool. You have some jazz and stuff, so that's nice. But I think I got spoiled with the kind of Texas toast that you get at other barbecue places. They literally just like, here's some bread.
yeah.
Like
And
literally,
Daddy
no,
D's does
not
Texas toast or cornbread. You have to pick, but their cornbread is like cake. It's more like cake.
sure.
It's less like bread and more like cake. And so I prefer the Texas toast.
It's easier to order at Fat Matt's because there's really limited things to order.
You
But
like walk up, right, and just order like
uh-huh,
it's mostly ribs,
it's a
isn't it?
walk up.
I've never been there.
Pork ribs and chicken. So the Chicken Shack turned into something else. It used to be a Rib Shack and then the Chicken Shack. And I think it's all now in the Rib Shack. The Chicken Shack became something else. But I mean, it's a simple menu. It's ribs and sides, and that's it. And then some beers. But it's an institution. I mean, I get why Anthony Bourdain went there.
I need to go there.
I feel like, man, I really wanted like the Texas toast, you know?
I can't
don't
believe
know.
they don't have Texas toast. That is
No, dude, it's just
fucked
bread
up.
in a package. They take it out and they put it on a plate
Weird.
and they hand it to you. And I'm like, there's no butter. You didn't toast it. I just
That's
dip
weird.
this in sauce and that's it. And
That's
that's
weird.
it. That's what you do. And it's a really tight, it's almost like heirloom. Like there's not many tables in it.
Yeah.
It's a really narrow restaurant. It's like a hallway almost. And they, at one end of the hallway is where they have live music. But it's it's an institution. You should definitely go one time. You have
I
to.
know. I need to go before they fucking close or something.
I mean, they closed the Chicken Shack, so
I know. It's a matter of time.
Yeah.
I lived in Midtown and never went. I was like 3 blocks away, and didn't go. Well, I was like catty corner on Piedmont Park.
Okay.
So not 3 blocks. I was a long ways away, but I could have walked.
It's not far.
I could have walked through the park.
Man,
Because I was like on the Jason's Deli side of Piedmont Park, and they're like the Ainsley Mall side of Piedmont Park.
Okay. Yeah, I know where you're at. Yeah.
So the complete opposite side. Anyway,
Man.
all right. I think we should probably wrap this up. We've gone longer in both episodes than we normally do with David. So David usually cancels this. He's just like, "Fuck it, we're done."
We're way off course, but we had a good barbecue discussion.
We did without David, which is weird.
He's gonna be jealous when he listens to this. And
Yeah, we got to figure out episode title too. We'll just probably let him figure out like something without him.
Yeah, exactly.
Denver sent me one that was We Were Owls. I did double check. We were definitely owls too.
We could do episode We Were Owls 2. TOO.
TOO.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That could be a good title.
Yeah.
Let's go with it.
Yeah. I'll send it to him. I'll send it to him in our group chat, and then as David does, he'll do whatever the fuck he wants, and we'll just live with it.
All right.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us for these 2 very long episodes without David. I hope you enjoyed it more than with David, because that would be funny to me. And I hope you all enjoy your evening.
Say goodbye, guys.
Oh, yeah. Goodbye, guys. That's what we should have done before. Shit.